This is the Sinister Minister, Father James Mitchell, and it is time for the virtual autograph signing. What are our prices here? I don't have them.
We have $19.99.
Tell them, Dan.
$19.99 in the United States. Due to the shipping costs, instead of trying to figure out all the crazy shipping, it's $27.99 internationally, and then one flat shipping rate. If you're with us on YouTube, there is a blue bar at the top. Just click it. It brings you to the link, and you can pick one of those two beautiful 8x10 photos we have here at our WrestleHouse in sunny Tampa, Florida, or I'm sure just a degree or two warmer than back home in Boston. Terrence, hello from the United Kingdom. Thank you for joining us. My partner in crime, Dave Willis, is going to be looking at the chat box in just a moment as I have to get my computer. But we take a series of great Wrestling Insider episodes today. The fans have got some great content to look forward to.
Cool. So, am I taking questions on this while I sign?
If the fans want to interact with us as such, absolutely.
All right. Whoops.
The microphone would help. But again,
yes.
One of the greats from, whether you remember from Smoky Mountain, whether you're talking WCW, ECW, TNA, Impact Wrestling, even a modern day wedding.
Yeah.
I mean, you've literally seen and done it all in your career other than maybe a long stint in New York.
I've been everywhere. Did a 3-day stint in New York.
Well, you know, you had that too. Again, fans, James Mitchell, the Sinister Minister, the first of 9 superstars that are going to be joining us over the next 5 days. Going to be having a lot of fun. The Wrestling Insider episodes we take, top-notch talk shows for you guys to enjoy. Maybe not as out there as Marty Jannetty, but there are a few things in life that are. And in addition to everything you've been doing in wrestling, you have a very interesting business outside of the world of pro wrestling. Yeah,
I've been running a DJ and karaoke business for 22 years, which was we were just talking about the wrestler movie with Mickey Rourke, and you know how he was so disgusted that he was working in the deli. They had to cut his thumb just to get the fuck out of there. I never wanted to go back to wearing a name tag, and I was able to combine my previous aspirations, pre-wrestling aspirations of being a singer with my wrestling infamy, I guess, and cutting promos. So the way I was able to get myself stand apart from the crowd was that, and it's just like I realized that when after I'd been in wrestling for a while, it's about selling tickets. Mm-hmm. A lot of people in my neck of the woods did karaoke and DJing thinking it was about themselves. I thought to myself, I have to be Dusty Rhodes selling tickets to the fucking Omni. So the karaoke became just a tool to drive you over there to the fucking bar. And so everything became a promo about, come see Dan over there. He's doing this and he's doing that and this and that. And, and basically wrestling style promos about all the great shit you could buy and putting them over so that you would want to tip them, and that went from like nothing to exploding within 6 months.
Really?
And it was, it's been a great gig, and every time I ever get annoyed out by it with the tourists, I say, I could be wearing a name tag and saying, would you like fries to go with that shake?
And how often do you do it?
Currently 6 nights a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
The devil took a day off, I guess.
Yeah.
And you're right in the Orlando area.
Yeah, right around the Disney area.
Wow.
Davenport. I'm also doing several gigs, or 3 gigs a week in Daytona at the moment. Right on the strip north of Winnick. Yeah. Moving around.
And what got you interested in that? I know you said you had you were involved with music back in the 70s and such.
Yeah, karaoke came around after I'd gotten into wrestling. Like I was already burned out on a rock star aspirations. Karaoke came around. It was just the kind of thing you'd do when you were drunk. And long story short, after WCW came to a close, Canyon, with whom I used to do a lot of karaokeing with after the shows, for several months tried to start me a business. And I was saying, I don't want to do this shit. There's no money in it. And he kept insisting. And eventually he gave me 10 grand to go buy this magnificent setup to do top shelf karaoke shit. So I had the equipment to compete with people, but what I wanted to do was take it to the next level and be a real front man. I was always, look, even when I was an aspiring singer as a kid, I was the world's best front man, but I was a shitty fucking singer. I can now sing a tune, but when I was a kid, when I wanted to be a singer, I couldn't sing. So karaoke actually kind of by necessity, because I couldn't just sing heavy metal songs, I had to learn to branch out and do a lot of different things, you know? So suddenly there's like all the old Jewish ladies down here in Florida on vacation, and you better learn how to sing Hava Nagia, and you know what I mean? And it scratches the itch. I get to cut promos, you know? I don't have to wear a name tag. I don't have somebody telling me what to do. I get to be the center of attention to the degree that I want to be. Or just like a manager, I can step the fuck back, stay at the sidelines, introduce this person, and let them take over. So it's really an ideal kind of scenario for me.
You live in the good life right now. You happy?
Yes. I'm about as happy as I've been in ages.
Really?
Yeah.
And you actually started to do this, as you mentioned, while you were still, full time in wrestling.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right at the end of wrestling, I started dabbling in it, and it's been. Look, karaoke is lame in general. I'll be the first to say that. I don't want to bury my industry, but it depends on what you're dealing with. What I hate about karaoke is when you get the people that think they're going to American Idol. And they show up all dressed up and they start directing traffic and telling you what to do. It's like, dude, you're not going to be on TV. And you know what? If you hit a bad note, nobody knows, because I've already gotten them drunk. That's the beauty. I've gotten them shit-faced. So now everything you do sounds great.
Do you think you would have been an ideal manager for Kane or the Brood and Gangrel back in the Attitude Era?
Sure. Yes, I do believe that. And no disrespect to my dear departed Paul Bearer. No, I would have. When they showed up, I thought, oh, this might be where I would jump off and go to the next level, but I didn't, because he doesn't like managers, or maybe he just doesn't like me.
And he hated it. So.
He hated the Brood.
Oh. No, he didn't like that whole faction, the corporate ministry.
All right.
The Ministry of Darkness. He always liked just being with one guy.
Right.
But that's what they gave him. So like you talked about, that's what they. What's your DJ name? Do you have a?
No, that's funny. People are some places I work will say DJ Sinister Minister, but I don't. I work at private resorts, so I don't have to advertise myself. Like in 2009 when the economy collapsed, and I had to go out on the street and compete against a bunch of assholes. Suddenly I was confronted. But then eventually when things picked back up, I kind of realized that's kind of like Vern Gagne, who went, I don't need to do this. You know what I mean? So I upgraded a lot of things, and I still don't have a DJ name. I'll still let you call me DJ Sinister Minister. But when I start, hi, my name's Jim, and I'm going to be your host for blah blah blah.
Was it ever run into any funny situations when TNA was so active at Universal Studios in Orlando?
What do you mean by funny situations?
Well, maybe fans would be at the resort you were at.
Oh yeah, that happened all the time. That would happen all the time. And in the early days of the internet, or you would see. I think I just saw James Mitchell with a fucking Hawaiian shirt, looking like Sir Oliver Humperdinck or Lou Albano with the Hawaiian shirt and flip flops. Because look, unless it's winter, I'm not getting dressed up to go do this shit in 100-degree heat. But I ran into that, and then after ECW collapse, I worked as a palm reader and a fortune teller briefly in a tourist trap down here. And I thought it was going to be kind of off the record. And then it showed up in the sheets. I walked into the palm reading place and the fucking Sinister Minister was standing there.
Do you actually do that?
I haven't done it in years, but I know how to do it. Yeah.
Maybe you know maybe that's why we mentioned in one of the interviews, the Sorceress of Sex.
Sorceress of Sex.
The acclaimed psychic medium and spirit artist was excited.
I understand I know how to work.
So are you a spirit artist by any chance?
A spirit artist? No, I don't. In fact, one of the reasons I quit doing it was because this was the era of John Edward, I think, who would talk to people about their dead people. Look, I can give you a great cold reading, okay? And you can look that up if you want to, but there's an art, just like stage magic, to palm reading and fortune telling. And I can do that. But a lot of people were coming in and saying, hey, can you tell me what's going on with my son who just died of cancer and all that shit. And that's what they want. Basically, they want to pay you to say everything's going to be okay. And I didn't, believe it or not, the fucking devil didn't have the heart to do that. So that's why I stopped doing it. You know, I was like, I can't. If you just want some entertainment, and I tell you all kinds of shit that may come true, but I'm not going to talk to you about your dead puppy or your dead grandmother or your dead father. I don't think that's fair. It's taking advantage. It's taking advantage of someone's grief, and I think that's wrong.
A question from my good friend who says, I sometimes forget to say hello to him. I thought about or wanted to manage Hack in ECW or WCW.
I never thought about managing him because Sandman he's not the kind of character that needs a manager.
No.
He's such a fucking overwhelming presence. And he can talk, even if he's fucked up in what he says, it's complete word salad, depending on what he's on, he's still entertaining. He doesn't need a manager. Now, if somebody wants to book Hack and go, you want to pay my rate to be Sandman's manager, I'll do it in a heartbeat. But I don't think it would be a good television combo. I've actually worked adversarial against him on, I think it was Impact and maybe MLW. I could be wrong. But no, I love Hack, one of my favorite people.
BSR said, read Dan's hand and see if Tony Atlas's return.
Is Tony Atlas's return to your show in your future? Yes, the rent is due.
So there you go, fans.
Dan, remember I told you go fuck yourself? Well, maybe I need to show up.
Well,
I can help you out.
Tony's Facebook partner in crime was a little vengeful not too long ago. I don't know if you
about
heard
what?
About
what
that.
happened?
Well, apparently, when he would come to do the show, he was spending $90 and he was only making $55, which was news to any person with common sense on the God's green earth. But he has someone helping him with Facebook that's put some creative ideas in his head. And
hold on, Tony was saying this, or his
someone that wrote, the guy that runs his Facebook wrote it,
right?
Supposedly from Tony.
Oh,
and then Tony did an interview on some show in New York, and I guess he had a few too many in him, believe it or not. He said I was a wonderful, hardworking man, but he needed more money and this and that. And I don't know how you would come down from Maine to Boston for $55, dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of times.
Yeah.
Or what kind of a car you were renting a day for $90?
Right.
A Maserati? I mean,
right. Right.
I'd like to see Tony in a Maserati. I think that would be for a comical entrance. But we hope Tony can come back to reality, and we hope to have him back in the studio. I miss my buddy. I haven't seen him in a month or two.
Yeah, I love Tony. Quick Tony, if nobody's buying anything, let me tell you a quick Tony Atlas anecdote. As a young fan, he was an up-and-comer. He wasn't exactly a jobber in Crockett's Mid-Atlantic, but he's what Les Thatcher used to refer to as our young lions. They were the guys that they would get wins against jobbers, but you wouldn't beat, Greg Valentine, right? And he moved over to Georgia. I remember watching Georgia wrestling one day, and I see Black Atlas. It was Tony Atlas in a solid black hood.
Oh, you knew who it was.
Yeah, but of course, since most people in my neighborhood just tangentially knew wrestling, I used to run. That's Tony Atlas. That's Tony Atlas. They didn't know. And I remember Jim Dillon, JJ Dillon, was the lead heel manager in this time. It's probably 76, 77. He fucked up and called him. He was discussing Black Atlas. He was sitting there with a cigar, and he goes, and this Tony Atlas of Black Atlas, and said it. And then one day, I can't remember if it happened in the studio, if they showed a clip of it, Abdullah the Butcher picked him up and did something with him. And when he did, that fucking black hood came off, and this gigantic afro blew out like shit. And then they start, if I remember correctly, they start screaming, "That's Tony Atlas! That's Tony Atlas!"
That was Abdullah's idea, he said.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he called the spot in the moment. Tony, being the young guy, went along with it.
Tony was a big part of my childhood, very much so.
He's a good human being, but he can be Tony, I guess is the best way to put it. I know he's down here somewhere in Tampa, so maybe he'll come by and say hi before the weekend is up. But again, fans, we only have a few minutes left, a good 5-10 minutes. Get your orders in now, your Jim Mitchell autographed 8x10s. We got these two beautiful photos in front of you, one in the, looks like kind of a yellow and purplish outfit, and then a really sinister one, cackling in red. You can't go wrong.
We have red reptile print and multi-hued reptile print. Which one is number one? And which one is number two? Just so I know.
Let me see. You call up the page. That might tell them. Number one is the red.
All right.
As I called it, not as.
So you will say Joe wants number one.
Exactly.
Susie wants number two.
Exactly. Okay. We'll show you. Why don't we show you autographed 8x10? Which one do you think you prefer, though?
Devon Brent. You know what? I think I'm just gonna scare you, Devon Brent.
I'll spell the first name. It's not an easy one.
How is it spelled?
It is D-E.
D-E.
V-A.
V-A.
U-G.
Oh.
H-N.
H-N.
And that is our partner in crime that is beloved here, that motivates us to keep working. Because it's
all right, Devon.
And he's in for a treat. And look at that. You can have that. And guess what?
Tear the whole damn house down. There you go, Devon. That one is for you.
You can have a photo just like that, mailed right to your home, and I will mail it with love.
Yes, lots of love.
Love. As I get to wait in the post office that is so understaffed, that, you know, it's a good 45 minutes to get in the door now before you even get to wait in the line.
The post office isn't.
Have you tried to go lately? Yeah. I have to go a couple of times a week, and if I don't time it right, it can turn into an hour excursion. It's nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know what they did to the post office last summer, but again, fans, we are running out of time. We have a plethora of guests today. TJP will be with us at 5. Axe at 8. And who the hell is at 11? New Jack is with us at 11 o'clock. So that'll be interesting at 11 p.m. tonight. Tomorrow night, we have...
Especially at the witching hour.
Uncle Al Snow will be with us tomorrow night. Dirty Dutch Mantel, Zeb Coulter on Saturday. Sunday, JTG of Prime Time, who has quite a story to tell himself. And we wrap it up with my buddy WWE Hall of Famer Gerald Briscoe. So what a variety of talent coming not only to our talk show series, but for these cyber experiences for you fans to chat along. I know it's kind of an odd WrestleMania season. A lot of the fans, you know, they didn't get out this year to make the show, I guess is the best way to put it, because the lack of interest and the independence and the conventions out there, it's very
How many people are they allowing to be in the actual building for WrestleMania?
25.
25,000?
Yeah.
Out of what?
Around 80.
Okay. So
you're
they're keeping around 30%.
It's set up in ways where it's however many seats you buy, there's 3 to your left, 3 to your right.
Right.
So, and when we went by it earlier today, they have a lot, looks like cutouts of people sitting in.
Right.
So
yeah, I was in
chairs.
Daytona last 2 days, and I was passing by the Speedway, and it looks like they've got a bunch of that enormous bowl.
Yeah.
It looks like it's full of cutouts.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, like what is it they do in WWE? You know, what's it called? The Terror Dome, the something.
Thunderdome.
Thunderdome. It looks kind of like that. I don't know what's in there, but it looks like a bunch of cardboard colored things from a distance.
Well, whether you love WWE, dislike WWE in 2021, one thing you cannot deny is their production values.
best.
State of the art. You can show
always
me,
were.
Show me a sports franchise that is on par with what WWE does. I will stand with, even though I don't stand well, I will stand with WWE.
I remember Jeff Jarrett telling me that the WWE production studio eclipsed anything that was in the NBC.
I believe, I've never seen it, but I
as
believe
good
it.
as anything there's ever been.
I've been in Titan Towers, but never the production studio. Again, folks, we have just a couple minutes. Dave Willis is here resetting the refreshing like he's on Tinder looking for a new friend tonight here in Tampa. No, I can't control what you do. It's not my fault. We had a great time, though, folks. I think you're really going to love the interviews we did with James, and I think, hopefully, knock on glass, whatever this is made out of, we're going to be having a visit to Boston sometime soon.
I would certainly like that. Guys, get your questions in. Send them over here to the gang in the time we have left. And get on the horn. You can get 8x10 signed by yours truly, the Sinister Minister. Get it while the getting is good.
Timing is perfect. It's WrestleMania weekend. A man that deserved a spot on a WrestleMania, in my opinion, where I think he's one of the great managers of this generation. One man's opinion, but I've seen a lot in a lot of years of being around this, watching it, and doing it. But Ken, Ross, KP, VSR Video, Grega, if you guys want an 8x10 picture, think of how great that'll look on your wrestling man cave. Again, whether you were a Smoky Mountain fan with Darryl Van Horn, James Vandenberg in WCW, or you loved him in ECW as the Sinister Minister, his many incarnations and returns and resurrections in TNA, this is your chance to get that autographed photo personalized to you on the air.
And I will inscribe it as discreetly and politely as you want, or I can go full-blown profane. You tell me what you want. You want me to curse one of your friends? You know, dear Jeff, I will see you in hell, et cetera, and whatever else you want. Let me know.
You want to give him an example real quick? To one of our good friends, Chente Ray.
Chente?
Chente, Chente, Ray. Nice tits from the Sinister Minister. He is a man that unfortunately has a little extra.
Shall I do this now?
Yeah.
Chente,
Chente, Ray, like the man's
a separate word?
Yep.
Chente Ray.
Nice tits.
Nice tits, not tats, right?
Tits, yeah.
All right. Chente Ray. I anxiously await a look at your mammalian protuberances. That is to say, your tits. See you in hell.
James, one more as we wrap this up, as we're running low on time.
Right.
Who is your Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling? 4 wrestlers. That's tough.
Mount Ace has to be there. I think Bruno Sammartino has to be there. How many are there? 4 or 5? Harley Race, Bruno. You would have to put Hogan because of what he meant. And then, I mean, fuck. You got Ric Flair, but then how do you judge it? You know, does The Rock or Stone Cold bigger? You know, my personal, my childhood one would be completely different. Harley Race, what did I say? Harley Race, Bruno, Hogan, and Stone Cold.
It's pretty good for.
You know, this wouldn't be my personal pick. It's not a sentimental pick. My sentimental pick would probably be Ed Farhat, the Sheik, Blackjack Mulligan, whatever. But who else? 2 more, real quick. Flair would be there, and maybe Ray Stevens. Even
Ray
Stevens, one of the best fucking heels there's ever been.
All right, wrestling fans, we're running out of time. If you want to get your order in, we've got literally 2 minutes. He's got to hit the road. He's got a big live event tonight back in O-Town.
Walk, fly, crawl, swim. Ashley, project your bodies. Energize yourselves over to the fucking internet right now. Get your orders in. Get it while the getting is still good.
All right, wrestling fans. Mr. Willis.
I'll leave you there.
Mr. Willis is going to hit the refresh button in about 30 seconds. Maria Davis, how are you out in Pittsburgh?
The high minister, I'll take that.
Well, maybe she meant hi as in hello.
Maybe she meant Hyman.
Oh, okay. Depending on the day, I could adjust either.
Maria, I know you're probably very familiar with our big schedule for the week. We look forward to you tuning in. If you want an 8x10 photo with James Mitchell, you know what? Maria, I'm going to send you the link right now if you want to order an 8x10. Maria, go.
By the way, let me interject something
Sure.
here. Because we had to do this kind of early because of my work schedule. I gig to be at 5 o'clock. So I'll be more than happy to sign these things off. Or you can send me a batch of them in the mail with a list, and I'll send them back to you.
That's maybe the best way to do it.
Yeah, we're starting way early in the day.
Much earlier than we were planning. I was going to ask you if you could sign some for Paul Bear.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
I don't know how many we printed. We didn't go overboard. I know that much. But again, fans, Maria, let us know if you want a picture before James goes. I have to run and get 18 pages of paperwork for him from the back room of WrestleHouse before we leave. So hurry up. Dave, can you take over the reins for 1 sec? I just want to try and help him out. We're having a good time at WrestleHouse. You're missing all the fun.
Absolutely.
All right. WrestleHouse fans, you heard the man. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. The sands of time are running out. If you would like to get a personalized 8x10 by yours truly, the Prince of Darkness, the Sinister Minister, Father James Mitchell, you better let this man know now before I have to roll up the tit flaps, hop on my rhinoceros, and head off to my next gig.
All right. Send them in. Come on, guys. I keep on refreshing. Let's go. He's good. You only have him for a little. Let's go.
And here's picture number 2. I think that's on the camera, right?
Did Maria put through an order?
No, nothing yet.
All right, Maria.
Maria, don't be a cheap bastard.
Usually I sing to her on the jokes, Jim. I almost like with your karaoke. I sing a Maria, Maria, and that's all I know to the song. I give her a little Carlos Santana.
Mama Maria.
Maria, Maria. H&M right here.
Your limousine.
Well, she's a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
Uh-huh.
Maybe the Pittsburgh Steelers' favorite girl. They love her in Pittsburgh. Big fan. Wonderful lady, longtime friend, H&M Limousine. If you're ever in New Jersey and you need a limousine, he is the guy to talk to. He commissioned a beautiful drawing of him and his mother from Tony, and Tony took the liberty of adding a cross to it, and she was Jewish, so we had to redo it.
What does a Tony Atlas commission cost?
He tries to get the Magic 3.
300?
Yeah.
All right.
That's the asking.
That actually sounds pretty reasonable.
And you know what? I don't know.
Sounds very
have you
reasonable.
seen it? How he does it?
I've seen some of his art.
It's all dots.
Oh, that pixelated. I forget what it's. That's.
This is the heck out of me sometimes with how good it is. Oh, wait a minute. Who's that? Demolition Axe is texting us right now. All right, fans, literally 1 minute. Maria, anyone else that wants a personalized 8x10? Oh, shit, I got it. If you want that.
Maria, speak now or forever hold your peace.
And we're not talking about John Cena Sr.'s.
I got to head down to River Styx. I have throngs of karaoke singers waiting.
Now, how long do your sessions usually go? When you
About 4 hours.
4 hours a night? Wow. Well, your verbal game never goes to waste.
When you decide to go an hour early.
Well, we won't go there. All right, anything, Dave?
Nothing.
All right, well, looks like Maria's tied up. Maria, if you want a personalized one, let us know. We can send some pictures to James, and I'll give him the shipping money, and he can make the acclaimed run to the post office to ship it to you with love. So we're going to wrap up here, folks. I need Mr. Glantz to come on over, I think. Glantz. the warrior that he is. Oh, wait, do I need you for this, Clarence? No, well, I guess not then. Don the Barber, how are you, brother? You're just tuning in. Everybody's tuning in late. If you really quickly, Don, if you're looking to add an autograph photo with the Sinister Minister to the barbershop wall with the other great collectibles I know you have from us, let me put the link up. Where are you? Where are you? Here we are. Don the Barber. Just in case, you guys are in for some great content either way. I love the episodes we take with James, and I hope to have him up to Boston soon. I think he'd be a great addition to our Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks toy drive endeavor that we do every year. But again, I think I've said 1 minute, several minutes now. Nothing?
Nothing yet.
Well then.
Well, I think Don the Barber, 1999, plus like the end of Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
So 10. Let's see, I'm going to butcher that really bad. I don't have many talents, and singing definitely isn't one of them. But we're playing "Take Me Home" by who sang that song?
Which one?
Several people.
The Cher version?
Cher saying "Take Me Home."
No, the one they used to end of Saturday night's main event on NBC.
$20.
Phil Collins.
1990. How much?
Please take me home. Yeah, yeah.
Who's
Don
it
the
from?
Barber wants to know how much.
Oh, Don, 1999, brother. I know you're in the United States because you're only about an hour from me.
Come on, Don. Don't be.
Little bit of strutting at the hair business. He's a good man, a great fan of ours. We love to see Don. Oh, hey, he just ordered one. He said, check out the shop. Or we're waiting on you, baby.
We will write whatever you want.
Wow, I'll tell you, that refresh does not move at the speed of light.
No, because you're live.
Yeah, might want to look into this internet connection here.
Well, you know what? Even though it is WrestleHouse, it's not our house. So
There you
we
go.
got to work with the tools we got. Did it go through?
No, nothing yet.
Well, you know what? I believe
Being
Don.
ribbed.
No, he's a good fan. That
Don D-O-N.
D-O, what? This stream blows. Send me a request on PayPal, Dan.
Dan.
Don.
Don.
Don, how do you want it made out? I'll send you the invoice. And he can sign it because he's got to hit the road. Invoice. And he'll sign as he has to leave. All right. He wants made up to Don the Barber.
D-O-N.
D-O-N.
The Barber.
I don't know
The
how he says
Barber.
the string blows though, because no one else is having a problem.
It's
Laughing, having a good time.
Probably his internet.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. It's got to be his.
all right.
All right, Don the Barber, here you are. I will see you in hell, as it says.
Well, that's a wonderful greeting to all the patrons that go into his barbershop.
Go watch it. It's fine.
Maybe I'll make you out a babyface version too.
All right, wrestling fans, it was a pleasure to have you with us. Don't forget, we'll be back tonight live at 5 o'clock with TJP, live at 8 o'clock with two of my longtime buddies, Axe and Smash Demolition, and then we're back at 11 o'clock with New Jack. God only knows how that's going to go. For my new friend, the Sinister Minister James Mitchell, I'm Dan Marty. We look forward to seeing you on great episodes of Wrestling Insiders this spring and summer. Good afternoon. Happy WrestleMania weekend.
Thank you, Dad. May all of your stains be large ones.